Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Crystal, and this is my journey. In these videos, I'm going to be showing some items that I use to make my life easier. I am in a wheelchair. I've been in one since 2013. I found a lot of things hard for me in the beginning, but I will be reviewing items that make my life easier and that make things easier for people around you. I am 61 years old. My first video I posted on this account was in February, I believe. Then a lot of things happened. My life got very complicated and things got out of control for a while. So, yeah, my life's a mess. 2024 sucked. Don't get me wrong. I had 3 surgeries in less than 9 months. I had radiation therapy. I mean, it's a freaking disaster. 2025's got to get better. So the first surgery I had was actually in December of 2023. And it was for trigger thumb. I use a wheelchair, so my thumbs started locking. My second surgery was April 22nd, and that was for a reverse shoulder replacement. I had a complete one done. That's what my first video was supposed to be out, what I'm going to be using during this surgery. But of course, life happened, and I got thrown into a mess. Nothing was going right. Everything was going wrong. I got sick with COVID, all that good stuff that I had to get better before the surgery. Then come July, and I think that was the hardest one. I was still dealing with my shoulder, the movement, and all that good stuff. And I found a lump. So I went and had it mammogram done. Then I went and had biopsies done. Well, I was informed it was not cancer and I wouldn't have anything to worry about. So they did a lumpectomy on September 30th. When the results came back from the lump, hello, I have cancer. So then I had to do radiation treatment. Now, I did the aggressive treatments. I did it from November 1st, and my last treatment was on November 15th. It was 5 treatments. Didn't lose any of my hair, although I did get tired and I did get burnt. So that was really hard for me. In June of last year, right after, I was going to my doctor for a checkup for my shoulder, and his nurse called me a really bad name. So from June until I found out about the lump, I did everything in my power. But that'll be another video because you'll love to hear that one. I kind of had a rough time. I mean, last year was miserable, to say the least. I don't know if anybody, I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that's been through the same crap I have, but in a wheelchair, it makes life really hard. You know, getting up and down off that table for radiation, that is just not fun. And that table is made for a person that's like 4 foot tall. It's not wide for an adult. And with me having no balance whatsoever, I always felt like I was falling off that table. So I just had a really rough year. I just couldn't get a break. Not one. And you know, it's all good. I'm a fighter, so I'm going to do what I need to do for me. But I have a very good support system. I have a family that's awesome. I have a boyfriend that's just out of this world. My sister lives next door to me. So it made life a little bit easier for me because she was always there. I don't, my brothers checked in on me all the time. They drove me nuts with the phone calls. But all in all, my brothers have wives that, yeah, we won't go there. But it's kind of like a struggle. It's a struggle. I have some of the best friends I could have ever had. I just didn't want it to happen to me. And I kept saying, why? Why me? Why? What did I do to deserve all this crap? So 2025's got to be better. It's got to be better. This is the first time I've ever really sat down and discussed the issues, the way I feel. You know, you try to come up with ways to help yourself. At least I did. I'm in a wheelchair. Yeah, I get that. That's tough all on its own. But to have everything else fall apart in like 1 year has been really bad. Really bad. My main concern with the cancer thing was I'm going to lose my hair. I'm going to lose my hair. That just scared me to death. But luckily, with the treatments they have now, you don't do that anymore. You do get tired. Oh my gosh, from the 1st of November till now, I am tired all the time, but I get up and I go. I keep going. I do have an aide. Of course, I can't clean on top of my refrigerator or my freezer. So you have aids for that. There's certain things I cannot do, no matter what I try. But I want to tell you, the fighting thing has got me really, really stumped. Everybody says, oh, you're a fighter, you're a fighter. And you know how tired I am of hearing that? I mean, what are you going to do if it happens to you? Are you going to give up? You know, I got a lot to live for and I have a life to live. I love to travel. I mean, thoroughly, I love to travel. I'll drive from my house all the way to Detroit, Michigan to go to a casino and spend the night and have a good time for the weekend. I don't care. That's me. And I love to travel. I go to Vegas 3 or 4 times a year. I'm in Texas all the time. I just love doing things. I don't want to sit around my house and watch my life go by and me not enjoy it. You only get one. Enjoy it. So I do not like people to cater to me either. I am a real pain in the ass when it comes to catering to me. I want to do for myself. I want to try at least to do it. I want to, I don't know, just be me. Be the person I've always been. I was always the person taking care of somebody else. My sister's 72 years old and she still works. That's how we were raised, not to give in, you know. Both my brothers work. They're extremely workaholics. My one brother works overtime all the time and he's watching his kids' life go by. But he is the best dad I have ever seen. My older brother, well, George is my little brother, but my older brother, he hates his job, but he still goes every day. And he is a manager. So, yeah, it's kind of, it's kind of one of those things that you were raised to be supportive of your family. Now, my older brother went through a lot a couple years ago. He lived in a beautiful home, and it was a townhome. They were 3 townhomes connected, and the middle unit caught on fire, and sadly, a little boy died. Now, that little boy was very close to my brother, so my brother had a really hard time with that. They still haven't settled on the fire or anything because they're blaming it on everybody instead of taking care of the other tenants. They can't live in their townhomes because the middle unit is burnt. Now, the story on that, it happened in Munster, Indiana, and it happened a few years ago, and that was very traumatic for my brother. I mean, that little boy, I think he was 3, and he would just fly from his townhome to my brother's to spend time with my brother. And my brother loved Harleys. He still does. And the little boy would get up there and go, woo, woo, woo. I know that sounds funny, but that's what my brother remembered about it. So he's been a little traumatic, but he's getting ready to retire. My little brother's still got time. Although he's my little brother, he's not little. He's like 6'2", big man. And he's got 2 of the most beautiful kids you'd ever want to see. The first one, Jessie, she's in college. She wants to be is it LPN and RPM? I don't know. But she wants to be a nurse. So she's in college for that. And his son just got his driver's license. Love Nolan. He is just the best. I do not have children. I never had them. I've been through enough seeing people's lives, and it's kind of really hard. Now, I don't look good right now. Probably never do, but it's 4 o'clock in the morning. And this is the only time I can do it because my dog has a tendency to bark at the wind, and I don't want the barking all through the videos. So I figured I'd do it. This is a backdrop. My duplex is really small, and I just figured I'd get a backdrop so you don't have to look at that. But yeah, this is the wake up look, and this is me. This is just me. I just want to do these videos to kind of share my life. And if you go through the same thing, please feel free to comment. Ask me anything. I'm an open book when it comes to this stuff. I'm not ashamed. I've done nothing wrong. I just been through a lot. And there's no excuse for me not videotaping other than I had a lot going on in my head. So from here on out, I will be posting regularly on Fridays. I will be doing reviews. They will be short videos. They will not be long, and I'll only be reviewing one item I use. Okay? Now, none of these people are sponsors, and I'm not getting paid for any of this. It's just my opinion. Then you'll hear one about me ranting and raving about this nurse that decided to call me a bad name, and she got away with it. So, yeah, I have a lot of things that I use to make my life easier. So over the course of these videos, you will be seeing me review them and what I think is best for people in wheelchairs, but these are only my opinions. Nobody else's opinions. These are what I use. You can use whatever you want, but it just makes my life easier. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this short intro. This is me, and I'll be videotaping every Friday, and these videos will be at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah, let's get to it. See you next Friday. Bye for now.